There are so many bad and incorrect takes plaguing the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Just get a load of these guys. I delved into the deep dark recesses of the internet, back when Yu-Gi-Oh was discussed on message boards and Linkin Park songs were downloaded on LimeWire. And I found some old posts rating these cards on reveal. This is what I found. So let's start off, of course, with Burning Abyss. They sound boring. Oh my god, milling? Throw some light sworns in there. Yeah, no. Lasai. I don't think Burning Abyss has ever played a light sworn monster. I have never seen a Burning Abyss list top competitively with a light sworn card. I don't really see how this is better than Noble Knight. It just seems so weak. Consistent, but weak. He's actually kind of right. I don't know where the Noble Knight take came from, though. Like, that's just... What are you saying, dude? Next up, Zoodiacs. To give you some context for Zoodiac, Zoodiacs are one of the most powerful decks ever made in the history of this game. This deck got 32 out of 32 top cut spots in its first YCS. That is tier 0000. All right, first up, we've got Pokemon. He's a Pokemon player. Of course, he doesn't know anything. These are Crystron level garbage. How can you be so wrong? To be fair, as combo heavy as the deck is, the end result is just meh. Like, the deck has extensive plays, don't get me wrong, but it's like if Synchros decided to just stop before Quasar. You know what's funny? Like, it's not, like, completely incorrect. Like, Zoodiac's, like, Enfield was very underwhelming. The reason why Zoodiac was so good was that you had, like, a 0.5% chance to brick. And if you were playing, like, really big combo-heavy decks that people later discovered with Fusion Sub, you were drawing, like, 5 cards in a turn. I feel like they probably nerfed these guys too much, like Crystron's. Where's the Crystron comparison coming from? Shut up. Even if you spam with these guys, which you clearly can, I'm not seeing a win condition. Dude, it's crazy to see that people don't see a win condition in a deck that became tier 0. This is tier 0. All right, let's get a little bit more historical. Pot of Duality. Printed in, I think, like 2010 or something. A decent card, but the restriction on special summoning for the turn hurts it a bit. After the first few turns of a match, this card becomes a liability if you use it, or dead until later in the duel when your card resources are low. You could draw something nice with it, but then again, you might draw into a late game special summon and have to wait a turn to use it. It's, somewhat of a level-headed take. It isn't that bad, but no, this very much undershot the mark here. Every deck was playing Pot of Duality on release. Crazy to think. Even combo decks were playing Duality. Because it was 2010. Your opponent isn't really gonna kill you turn 1. It's okay to just Duality, find a combo piece, wait till next turn and pop. Oh boy, Synchro monsters. These are gonna be some bad takes, dude. Rubbish! They better not be changing the field, because then it will be... and we would have to learn all this new crap. Man, we gotta learn all this new crap. 3 plus 5. Synchro, more like Suckro. Honestly, Roland, based. Aren't they just like Fusion? What is the point of that? They're nothing like Fusions. Not even remotely close to Fusions. Unless you want to say like, oh, they're similar in that they both are from the extra deck. Then yeah, I guess they're just like Fusions. You know what? He's right. Stardust Dragon, Mirror Jade, same card. Exciton Knight. Just for context, Exciton Knight was one of the most defining factors of early 2014. Exciton was basically the Zeus of 2014. That's how strong it was. There, I said it. It's way too inconsistent to pull off. What do you mean inconsistent? It's 2 level 4 monsters. Does this guy know how an extra deck works? And considering how many this card cannot be destroyed effects there are in this game, it just isn't worth it. What card can't be destroyed in 2014? There's like 2. It doesn't suck, but it's overrated. Can be amazing, but very situational. Yeah, very situational. Gosh, what if I go second and my opponent has more cards than me? Oh yeah, that's right. That's like 90% of Yu-Gi-Oh duels. It doesn't suck. It's just horribly overhyped. Kinda like Rainbow Karibo. We're putting Exciton in the same category as Rainbow Karibo. Actually a somewhat decent card under all of the oh my god hype. I personally wouldn't pay his current price for him though. Now that Arc guy, he's definitely worth the hype he gets. I mean, that part isn't wrong. Honor Arc was insane. Honor Arc was extremely good. I agree with OP. Always felt Exciton and Steel Swarm Roach were overhyped and hardly relevant. Sure, Exciton is one of the best comeback cards, but end your sentence. Stop talking. Hello? Exciton is one of the best comeback cards. Yeah, You don't need to say but. If you ever put yourself in a position to use Exciton or Roach, you have already lost. You mean going second? I don't think this guy's ever lost a dice roll, maybe. You're arguing against ghosts? That's my content. Bro's new to the stream. Evil Swarm Exciton Knight says your mom sucks. Haha, very funny, Dylan. All right, next up, we've got Plasma. I'll tell you the truth, I don't know how good Plasma was historically. Wow, just wow, gotta love watered down effects. Hell's Demon Skater. He got banned. What do you think he got banned for? Do you think he got banned for having shit takes? Twilight. Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna playtest a little with him anyways. His effect has been watered down greatly though. He may never play baseball again. Is this a GX reference? His anime effect was stronger? How was it stronger? A one-sided skill drain was stronger? I'm actually curious. Destiny Hero Plasma. What the hell did this idiot do? Oh, wow. So it steals the effect. It negates targeting. It's skill drain. But I suppose only while D-Force is on the field? Okay, so I'll be honest. I can understand why he thinks it wasn't very good when you compare it to the anime card. All right, next. Xyz Summoning. Oh! Yes, this is a good one. They are so bad. What do you think? I'm only interested in Gurenzaurus. At least he can make some damage. Out of all of the Xyz monsters he could have named, he likes this one because it's a 2000 beater. Guess Konami tried the balancing since their summoning conditions are generic. The nerf made most of them completely useless. Early Xyz monsters were actually f***ing good, dude. Leviathan, Levier, Zenmains, Utopia, they were good cards. I don't know what he's yapping about. I like the new Exceeds because they're not overpowered. I guess Konami really learned its lesson. Hey, this is a good take, actually. They can't stop the summoning of Exceeds. They just get the materials back based on the video. I think that makes them a lot more powerful than Synchro. Is that like an old ruling that said you can't solemn Exceed monsters? What is he referring to? Also, you don't have to mix tuners and non-tuners. You can just run tuners. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about here, but I think what he's trying to say is that Exceed summoning is good because you don't need a specific requirement. The thing is, that's what Konami's hyping them up as. They're hyping them up as if Exceeds are a new card type that will totally transform the game. Given the current Exceeds, I doubt that will be happening anytime soon. It's not like completely incorrect. Like, very early 2012, Synchros were in some ways still kind of the more powerful monsters. So it's not completely wrong. The Dino structure deck. Looks like Baby Cerosaurus will finally be put to good use. Finally, a way to destroy the baby. Black Feather Dragon. So I think the bad takes here are thinking that Black Wing Dragon is going to be a good card, because I'm pretty sure that card has basically never seen play. Weird how it's the only Black Wing Synchro to not need a Black Wing to bring out. At least good for the burn, and you could always use Kalut on it. No, you can't. By the way, this card is great, and if you don't see why, you're bad at Yu-Gi-Oh! Bro, you can't even read. It's not a Black Wing. 15 card extra deck limit. Oh, Jesus, what year was this? The 15 card fusion limit is not only pointless, but harmful to the game. He's spitting. I guess we will never see Metamorphosis again. Oh my god, this is such a dog take. Nor any really competitive fusion strategy. Wait, he's right. He's right. Branded players, look away. I don't want to trigger anyone. But he's right. We've never seen a good fusion deck. True. He's right. Tier, fuck you. This, of course, won't stop Konami from stuffing sets with awful fusions that require 4 to 5 fusion materials. He's talking about B-Troopers. Can't be summoned except by a particular spell and die to Rise of Wing Blast. You know what's funny? Until today, Mirror Jade does lose to Wing Blast. God, some of these are so funny. Shadal's structure deck. Did that age badly? New fusion is clearly extra foolish bait. Are they talking about Al Capone? Al Capone is the best Shadal monster. It's actually insane. Al Capone is like almost better than Construct. Do you mean Apkalon? I said what I said. Xyz Gift versus Sacred Sword and Cash. Let me just remind myself what Xyz Gift does. If you control 2 or more face-up Xyz, detach 2 from a monster and draw 2. Someone trying to tech this in Cash Tira? Xyz Gift is a far superior tech compared to Sacred Sword of 7 stars, although I'd have both of them in my Cash Tira deck. Xyz Gift can be searched out from the deck by Generation Force and no one's per turn cost. Should I load up Macedon right now and play Generation Force Cash Tira? That sounds great. Marshmallon. It's Marshmallon, and it's limited to 1 because it's cheap. Here's a rough translation of its effect. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, a better version of Spirit Reaper. I mean, this isn't wrong in some context, right? Like, Marshmallon, I think, was limited to 1. Marshmallon was a good card, actually. Rainbow Dragon. So Rainbow Dragon has never seen play until like the new Crystal Beast support, right? Nice effect, horrible summoning requirements. It'd be playable if it didn't require 7 different gem beasts. Give me a break. You can't use the dragon if you refuse to use all the gem beasts. Using only the best ones would be cheating if you want the dragon. Plus, how hard is it to dump all the beasts into your graveyard anyways? Gee, I don't know. How hard do you think is it to summon 7 gem beasts and let them all go to the graveyard? I wonder. Black Rose Dragon. One of the best and most iconic 7 synchros in the game, by the way. I wouldn't call her broken since you require resources to bring her out and then her effect would destroy herself. As I think Black Rose Dragon sucks because you need cards to make it. Chaos Emperor Dragon is better than Black Rose, don't be silly. Black Rose reminds me of DLZ in a way. Very, very powerful, near broken, but not quite. I'm not at all disagreeing with you there that it's a sick as hell card though. So is it good or is it bad, Ben the Great? I don't know, what is DLZ by the way? This card is not broken. Its effect to nuke the field can only activate if it was Synchro summoned. It's more or less a one-time effect. Yeah, it is a one-time effect. He's not wrong about that. A Light and Darkness Dragon. For me, this card sucks. First, it can't be special summoned. Bad. Second, it is 2 tributes, but can speed that with the Mausoleum of the Emperor. It negates your own effects too. It can negate 2 5/6 effects in Globlal. I give him a 2 out of 5. For context, Light and Dragon used to be the best boss monster in the game for a couple of years. But listen, what do you expect from a guy whose location is Boobland? Alright, here's one. We got Kozmo Dart Destroyer here. While we knew the deck was going to get some Dart monsters, still sad this ruins the synergy this deck had with Honest. Who was playing Honest in Kozmo? Dart Destroyer's not so great. The level 3 or lower confirms lower level monsters, but the only one of note is Farm Girl. It also severely lowers the amount of dodging you could do with the deck. It would be kind of crazy if you could just go into Forerunner and then Slip Rider, but that could have been gotten by saying level 6, 5 or lower. I don't think you'll be running it more than Forerunner, but it's an easy 1 or 2 of. People don't know that you can like pop itself, any of the psychics can summon it, and it floats into any Kozmo. Unless I'm going insane, it floated into any Kozmo. I don't know where he's getting these level restrictions from. I imagine you will see whatever Dart Destroyer you don't see main boarded will be in the side deck, just because it says no to decks like Magispectors. Even these guys can counter Forerunner and Burning Abyss. How does Magispector counter Forerunner, an untargetable 2800 machine? They don't? Is he lying? Is he lying? Is he saying something that isn't true on the internet? No way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my absolute favorite, the classic Pot of Desires. Card's pretty terrible. Who cares about banish cards? It's a 1 for 2. That you may end up banishing your 1 or 2 of combo tech pieces. Let's say you play this, banish 10, then get Melody of Awakening and trade in. The problem is, you banished all your Blue Eyes copies but 1, Murphy's Law. If something can go wrong, you can guarantee it will go wrong at least once. See, he thinks he's intelligent by bringing Murphy's Law into this. You know, I don't want to get too deep into this because until today, some of you donkeys will still probably say that Pot of Desires is not a good card. Pot of Desires is a great card. The only problem is that nowadays every single deck in the game has like 7 engine requirements. Preview it was like 2 or 3. So Desires somehow actually did get worse, which is kind of true. But back in the day, during this period of time, it was extremely powerful. Pot of Stupidity. Pot of Dummies. Man, he's so smart, dude.